I decided that my D&D game was going to be D&D 5th edition. Because as cool as Pathfinder 2nd edition is, I don't really know how to balance it yet, and I don't know how to properly balance PvP encounters in that. And I'm much more well versed in D&D 5th edition, so I've decided to stick with that. Also, hello! Monday stream. Let's go, boys. Alright, the plan for today is a little bit of D&D prep, and then I'm going to play some Apex later, once some of my friends get on. But we won't be going too late for a stream today, because I do have a D&D. Actually, I don't have a D&D game today. Okay, maybe we'll go a little farther than I thought today. Although I do want to do a 2-mile run today, so that will be something I do later. But for tonight, or for right now, we're gonna do some D&D prep. To be perfectly honest, I have not worked on D&D prep at all since last time. I have not worked on it in the slightest. So we're about where we left off. Today, my goal for today, what I want to get done, is to come up with a general story arc. And then also work on some characters with my players. So, let's actually drag that up here. And then let's see who's online. I'm gonna I actually have a D&D server where I'm running all of this. I'm gonna add everyone, ask how they're doing on the characters. Alright, I've asked them how their characters are coming. That's the most I can do for there. Next. Time to just do general prep. Alright, so. Actually, hold on. I think a new league character just got announced. And yeah, they did just release a new character. She's named Rel. And like, why do they? I don't know at all. What's like? I mean, what the fuck? I don't know. I do not know what the Riot team is smoking when they come up with these league characters, but their characters have gotten very weird recently. Their new character is like a cavalier, and like it's an interesting idea, but where the hell is she supposed to be from? Like, looking at this character, I have no idea where she is supposed to be from in the lore. What the fuck? Okay, well, actually, let me bring this up. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Nope. Where'd I put it? Okay. This is the new character for League. We're getting a little off topic here, but we'll get back to what we're doing, I promise. Look at this character. Okay. Don't look at the architecture in the background and tell me what faction she is supposed to be from. What faction? What faction, chat? Because if you thought like Piltover or Zon The thing is, she's so weird looking. Like, okay, so I think she's supposed to be from Noxus. Because if you look at the buildings in the background, that's architecture that fits with Noxus. Why are they... What? What? What is the... How... I don't get her design. Like, it's just... It's off. Yeah, it's a little Pepega. Like, it's a cool idea. But, like... Why does her character look like that? She has no armor. Like, her design is off. It's not right. Like, what? It makes no sense. With a character like who's like a cavalier, because a cavalier is supposed to wear like a bunch of... Yeah, she lacks a helmet. Every Noxus rider has a fucking helmet. Yeah, she doesn't even have a helmet. Her design is whack. Okay, now let's look at her in-game animations. Maybe those will be better. Or like they'll kind of show okay, first off, what the fuck are we looking at? What is this? What am I looking at? What is this? Okay, so she's able to go off the horse. Interesting. And you'll see later that the actual like armor plating that she's wearing is the horse. Okay, this is what she looks like in game. It's a little cool. It's a kind of a neat idea, but her design makes no sense. The hair, the costume, it doesn't make sense. It's like, what? And like they did good animations with the horse. Like that's fine, but it's Riot. They're supposed to have fucking good animations. Give this woman hair gel, jeez. Oh my god. Yeah, and then also like okay, there's a neat idea here of where like, oh, the horse goes from being her armor to like a horse. That's a bit of a neat idea. But like, what? Okay, the weapon is what annoys me, I think at this point. The weapon is what annoys me about her design. When in the world of fuck have you seen a cavalry unit, an armored unit with a lance? Lances are designed for horse riding. Why is she just walking around with a lance? Like what? Like it is something you can do, but it's not effective. They could have given her like, I don't know, like a fucking halberd or something, and it would work probably just as well, if not a bit better. Wouldn't she be cooler if she had like a giant fuck off like lawbringer from For Honor halberd? I feel like that'd be way cooler, but she doesn't. What is this? And like the horse design is okay, but okay. Oh god, do you know what the horse reminds me of? The horse reminds me of Transformers. Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing that the horse reminds me of fucking like of Transformers? And not like the cool older Transformers, like the Michael Bay shit. It's adjusting. It's to adjusting lance on a halberd. Yeah, but then why does she have it as a ground unit? Because okay, so we see that in one of her abilities in a second. Also, like, oh god, I hate how that thing. Okay, yeah. So she'll go from like walking that to armored down. I don't. It annoys me. It annoys me. Okay, that is kind of cool. The switch between the horse to the armor, that's neat. And then from horse to land, that's also kind of neat. But I don't... It might just be that I'm not a fan of it. But it feels odd. Doesn't it? It feels odd in my opinion. I don't really get what they're going for here. Like, they're going for like a tank. A tank or a bruiser, obviously. But like, I'm not really sure what is... I don't like the armor design for the horse. For like when in its armor configuration, it looks so clunky. Looks odd as her hair. Give her a helmet and problem solved. Yeah, I guess I can kind of agree with you on that. It might just be the helmet thing, and I might just be nitpicking here. but she looks... The horse and armor configuration looks so clunky. And like something, they do get that a little bit off in her design, which actually is kind of cool. If you look in her walking animations when she's in unmounted, when she's in cavalry armored phase. No, not there. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Yeah, look at that. She's really fucking slow. And she has this very like, it looks very effort intensive. That's like it looks laborious to walk around in that sort of armor, and that kind of and that I can appreciate. But I don't know. I just might not be a fan of it. But it looks so weird to me. Also like her. I'm assuming that's her Q, like the stab forward. I find it a little weird how it's look, it's like segmented, and it'll go out and then come back together. I find that a little weird. Like it is kind of cool. But my brain just doesn't like it in the slightest. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, they should give her a helmet. I don't like that she doesn't have a helmet. It's a little eh. I don't like her hair. And as somebody that has hair like that in real life, I don't like that hair. I literally have that hair, and I literally just have I have a dark brown version of her hair. Like if you've seen me without headphones on, that's what my hair looks like. It's like a big brown afro. So it kind of annoys me that she has that hair. No, that's not right. It's not that it annoys me. I find it brain no likey. I don't like it. I see what they're going for here, and it's an interesting design. I'll have to see what they're gonna do with it though. Her lore could be interesting. That's kind of what I'm looking towards, is her lore right now. And that is an interesting idea of having a character that goes from like a very mobile bruiser to like an immobile tank. It's an interesting concept. I'll have to see what they do with it. Anyway, that's my side rant off. Time to do campaign prep. I have kind of fucking no idea what I'm doing right now. Okay, first, let's actually like cut up. So I'm actually going to make a whole new document. I'm going to make another document. Okay. Journey to the Mountain King arc. So this is going to be the story arc. Okay, point 1. They enter Murin. That's going to be point 1. And then 2 is like the introduction. So this would be like what would this be? This would be them. This would be the players like meeting. Yeah, it's the introduction. It'd be them like meeting. This would be like first session essentially. And then after that, it would be them starting their adventure into Murin. Starting their adventure into Murin. And after that, it would be... I don't freaking know. Okay, there are a couple things that I want to do. So this is the adventure section. So I'm actually going to like... The adventure section is going to be a bit different. So, with this section, no, get out of here, Taylor. Get out. Oh, I forgot to label the stream that. I forgot to label the stream. Spoilers. There you go. I'm also gonna put an @ on my server, which is nobody watch the stream. At everyone. I'll tell you later, too. Don't watch stream. Doing prep. I just put the warning up on my server. It's like, alright, nobody watch the stream. I'm doing prep work. Nobody watch it. Jesus. Alright. So, okay, so they start their adventure in Morin. You better start. There's somebody else here. Who is it? Is that still you, Toyota? Have you not left yet? I think he has left the chat because like the thing's a little slow. I'm assuming he already left. Okay. So, okay, what should happen during their adventure? So this is their adventure into Morin to the base of the mountain. So this is from Morin to the mountain base. To the mountain. What should happen? Okay, so okay, first off, how long should it take to get to the base of Morin? Like, how much in time? Like, let's say they were going, like, they're just plodding along, and they spent, like, I don't know, like, let's say 3 nights at each point of interest. Actually, Actually, no, how about we do this? How about just going from the first town they get to, which is the Oasis, to the mountain, how long should that take? Just straight. Like, if they didn't stop, how long would it take? Let's say, like, a month. Or, like, maybe a few weeks. Because Morin, as I stated before in earlier streams, is pretty big. It's pretty big. So let's say it takes like a month. So, alright. 1 month. Actually, no, let's do like, okay, they're like 4 weeks in a month, right? If I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. It is 4. And it's, okay, so let's have it do, so it's 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks to get there. 3 weeks. Travel time. No stops. Okay, now let's create points of interest. So what should one of the points of interest be? I think one of them should be... Okay, so there's a lot of stuff we could do. So there'll be... Okay, so I'm actually going to be changing, like, the actual geography of Morin a bit to include some more shit. First, I'm changing one thing. So the desert... Yeah, desert is still there. Desert is still around and it's chilling. It's still doing its shit. Next, let's have a swamp. Let's create a swampy area. A desert right next to a swamp, pog. Okay, let's actually, What are the regions? What are some regions I would want to do? Okay, so we have desert. Got desert. And then how about, okay, so we want plains at some point, like a plains area. We want forests. Forests. Actually, I could put forest. Plains. Forest. And then let's do a swamp. Let's do a swamp area. And then there's the actual mountain. Then the mountain. NA geography. Okay, so, okay, now what order do we want to do? Okay, so desert first. And then... Oh, well, and then actually we'll have, like, city. And that'll be, like, that'll be the last one. That'll be, like, the big capital. That's, like, the capital of Morin that's at the base, that surrounds the base of the mountain. So, yeah, actually, yeah, let's do it like this. So, first it's desert. Then it changes to plains. And so, like, everything's kind of nice. Then it gets to forest. Oh, and then let's have an in-between. Fey Forest. And there'll be like that'll be a section of there'll be a little section of the campaign where they're traveling through like really magical forest, where it's like all Fey and shit. That'll be fun. And then it'll change into swamp, and the swamp will be like a bit of a difficult part. And it'll be like they're kind of just be drudging through, and then they'll get to. Then let's create another in-between zone. The in-between zone for this, I'm gonna say, will be Rolling Foothills. Let's do that. Rolling Foothills. And then we'll have the city. So this will be the progression for the campaign. Progression. Actually, Actually, hold on. Let's switch these around a bit. Rolling Foothills. Let's put... Actually, hold on. Let's take that and put it after Plains. So we'll have like... Okay, so I'm going to have this as like nice area. Like said, you have the nice areas. And then... Actually, hold on. Let's create like an in-between for these. So let's do like plains, desert, plains, swamp, rolling foothills, forest, Fey Forest, and then city. Actually, I'm the kid. I don't 100% jive with that. Let's put Okay, after the Fey Forest, we'll have more plains. This will be more plains, and this kind of joins with the city. So like that section will be like it'll be like a two-parter. And not like a two-parter, but you get it, those two are connected. They're this kind of the same thing. Okay, next. What's next? Next up, let's have hold on. I'm getting distracted by something. Give me a minute. I'm being distracted. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna grab that for later. That'll be fun for later. I keep forgetting to use my sniff button. God damn it. The water jar. PogChamp. Water jar. Okay. So what do we want to happen in these regions? Let's have it so that it's like 1 or 2 sessions per region. Maybe just 1. So for the desert, that would be first town. Starting the adventure. That'll be the first one. And then there'll be like a little bit of a time, like starting the adventure. So this is where they get like they'd get like a wagon, and maybe some, like if they play their cards right, they could get like a wagon from like a farmer or something from after doing like a mission, like something for him. They get some story stuff. So let's create like so for the first town, we'll create like a bit of a town layout, a bit of a general map, and then we'll make we'll create like some side missions, kind of just dot them around. Maybe there's like a farmer that needs your help with something, and if you do that, he'll give you like a spare cart he has, and then they'll have like a little thing with they'll have like a mission with the kid who's also like a seeker. And then there's an entire thing of that kid going and bringing them to like another seeker that's been there like much longer than he has. and then like that guy kind of explains like has like kind of like shows them what's going on, and it's like, all right, this is what's happening. Because when they show up, they don't really know what's happening. Like they have some idea, but they don't know for sure. So they'd go him, and he'd tell them like, oh, like this is the shit that's happening. This is what's happening. So they do that. So they'll be starting the adventure. So side missions. Let's put like boop 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 boop. Put that there. Okay, so first we'll have there'll be a main mission. And then there'll be side missions that make the journey easier. Make the journey easier. Then after that, what would we have next? I kind of want to do an abandoned town. I feel like that could be fun. You know, like if you've played Minecraft, when you're venturing through deserts, you can find like abandoned villages. I think that would be fun, and then they have to like find out what, like, oh, like they could either just keep going, or they'd be like, oh, well, what did it? What fucking, like, what fucked up the town, and like that shit. They could do that. Oh, and it could be, is that in the main mission, they're given directions to the next town where they're supposed to meet up with somebody, where they're supposed to meet up with a friend of an NPC. So they're supposed to go to the next town and meet up with somebody. They get to the town, it's gone. It's like in ruins. And they have to figure out what happened. And they have to find the guy. Okay. Alright. It's shaping up. It's shaping up. So, let's see. For the also for the first one is I kind of have an idea for the main mission. So let's sort of like write a little storyline for the main mission. Let's do that and then space it up a little bit. All right. Meet the boy. Boy bring clear a cave of goblin. Boy brings them to village elder tells them what happening. Huh. Okay, now here comes a question. Here comes a question. How do we get from How do we get from village elder? Okay, because like in the beginning I want everything to be kind of like cool and like kind of high fantasy. It's like, oh, we're going on a cool adventure. And then as the campaign goes on, I'm going to start fucking with them more. Things are going to become shittier. And it's like, oh god, everything is not sunshine and rainbows in the land of Murin. Okay, so Elder tells them what's happening. So after that, what should happen next? What should happen next? So boy brings him the village elder. Elder tells him what's happening. Then maybe we could do like elder asks for help or something, like shit like that. Elder asks for help. What do you need help with though? What do you need help with? Yeah, I would like to give them a combat encounter for this session. I think that could be fun. Give them a little combat encounter so they can kind of sink their teeth into the characters they've made, and like see if like the combat stuff they've done for their characters is fun and all that shit. So we could okay, note to self. Put combat encounter in first session. Hmm. Hmm. How about... He also tells them the difficulty of the journey ahead and offers supplies in exchange for help with something. Elders possessed? We could do something like that. But like, I don't want the first session. I don't want the first session to be like, oh, everything's terrible. I want it to be like the second session, when they realize not everything is good in the land of Morun. First session, everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be like a normal, fun little adventure. So maybe we'll maybe we'll have them go into like a tomb where they fight some undead, and then they have to like kill a guy or something. I don't know. And we'll put some ominous foreshadowing in the dungeon. So we'll make like a small dungeon, like a small little dungeon crawl that they'll have to do. That'll be fun. I think it will. And also we get to do like some cool like fucking like Egyptian dungeons and stuff. Don't you? What do you mean, sure, Kappa? What do you mean, sure, Kappa? No. We'll find a way to make it fun. We're not just gonna like throw them in there and it's like, oh yeah, another like a shitty dungeon crawl. No, we'll put like we'll put some fun traps, some puzzles. We'll put like some skeletons wrapped in like fucking cloth and shit. We'll put some mummies. We'll make it a fun time. We'll figure out something. I'm not just gonna make it like a shitty dungeon crawl. That's for later. Okay, so like exchange for help with something. Let's see. What should it be? What should the thing I asked them to help with be? So either I could do like, oh, like some fucking like some supplies went. There was a caravan that was going past this area and they just disappeared. Could you go check it out? The party heads there on foot and they find like a big ass temple. They go inside the temple and like, I don't know, they find something or some shit. They find like a kind of like a little bit of an underground temple that's been buried by sand. We could do something like that. I feel like that could be kind of cool. 'Cause we're out in the desert. I want to utilize the terrain that we have and do some cool shit for that. So first, we have the town. Meet the boy. Boy brings the village elder. Tells him what's happening. Tells him of the difficult journey ahead. Offers supplies in exchange for help with something. And for exchange for help with... So the possessed cleric can sacrifice them to the old gods. Okay, in exchange for help with tracking down supply convoy. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah, supply convoy. Like, okay, they had to go track down a supply convoy in exchange for help with tracking down supply convoy, and that's where they'd get like their supplies and the cart and shit like that. They like find the stuff, and then they find like footprints going off into like the desert or some shit, and they'd be like, oh shit, what's happening here? And they go out because okay, I need to make it so that there isn't a possibility of them being like, oh, fucking, who gives a shit, and just keep going. Like, I would be fine if they did that, but I need to try to, like, steer them without just forcing them to do it. So, doesn't the difficulty of the journey ahead, not for supplies and exchange, tracking down supply convoy. So, okay, what next? All right, let's see. Oh, okay. I just thought of a way to make this fun. Okay, so how about... Ooh, I know. I got three... Man, here's something scary. I got 3 legendaries in 3 packs. All of them were old gods. Okay, then I gotta land a legendary on the battle pass and bam, the last old god. Is Blizzard trying to tell me... that should be possible? That actually is rather... That is a bit monkey-ass. Maybe Blizzard's like, yes, go with the possessed elders, sacrificing them to the old god. Do that. I should do the one check. I say I won't do it like that. Oh no. Fear. Fear, my boy. Fear. Okay. Tracking down in exchange, offer supplies in exchange for help with tracking down supply convoy. Okay, so there's a thing in Tilmeria where there's a desert, and it's like it's one of the few deserts in the world. Well, in that part of the world and there's like